So I was just going to talk about my funky jungles here for a minute. Uh, People ask about them, ask how to make these geckos I show and stuff. So basically, just to give you a gist of what the hell the story goes, 2006 was the first season I had breeding leopard geckos. And I had one male and two females I was going to breed. The male was a Max Snow het bell from Kelly Hammock at his. And I had a female blizzard that I don't remember where I got it from. Some guy in Texas off of Fauna Classifieds. And then I had a bell female I got from the Bells, Mark and Kim Bell at NARBC in Tinley Park in 2005. So, season comes up, and the first gecko we bred was a blizzard, and you know, the, I hatched some geckos out, and then I wound up hatching 8 geckos total from them, and I think I got 6 from the bell, and a couple of the geckos were pretty crazy looking compared to the other ones in the blizzard group. Out of the 8, out of the 8, 4 were Max Snows, and the other 4 were normals, and the 2 Max that weren't crazy looking, they were both jungles, but these 2 other ones were really wild looking. I didn't call them anything special at the time because I didn't really know anything that much about morphs and stuff. And so then, comes the second season, and I'm looking for making Max Snow blizzards, and so I bred the male Max Snow het blizzard, possible het bell that I held back from that first year of breeding, and I bred him to a female, the same kind of female, Max Snow het blizzard, and I bred him to Big Mama, who was a normal, or back then I called him Mac Pastel het blizzard, and to his mom, Blizzard. And we got a bunch more of those crazy pattern geckos, and I hatched the first gecko that I started calling Funky Jungles because this thing was just even crazier than the other ones. He's in the picture with there's two babies. One's a regular Jungle Max Snow, and he's on the left, the Funky Jungle Max Snow, just crazy. So after that, I started thinking, hey, I'm going to look back at all the pictures I had and stuff and see what was going on. And I looked at them, and I was like, wow, there's something going on here. And I wasn't sure at the time what kind of genetic mutation it was, but I was leaning towards dominant. And so I took, like I said, I was only breeding for Max Snow blizzards with that group. And so I sold everything except Max Snow blizzards, and actually sold all the Max Snow blizzards too, just because I liked the hets better. And, I figured I could just make more if I wanted one. So anyways, the next year, 2008 comes up, and I want to make my Bell Blazing Blizzard hats finally. That's what I started wanting to breed for back in 2006, but I got a Max Snow when I saw those at NARBC, and, So anyways, in 2008, I went to make my Bell Blazing Blizzard hats, and I didn't want to make hats that would just, you're just shooting to produce, visuals, whether it's Bell Blazings or blizzards or bells, possible hats. I didn't want to make, normals that were just going to be byproducts, so I got one of my Max Snow blizzards back from that group, and hoping that really the gene was really dominant, then that there would be a chance that the blizzard was carrying that gene too. So, I wanted to try that out with the bell, and bred it to a jungle bell that I produced from the comes from offspring from the first season I had. That was the Max Snow bell het. Or the Max Snow het bell times a bell female, and he comes from Max Snow bell that was bred to him, and he's in the picture breeding the Max Snow blizzard that I'm talking about. It's in there, and So I hatched out from there. I got, where did I get? 8 babies, I think, again, and 4 max and 4 normals, oddly enough. And I held back 2 of the normal females and got rid of the rest, or 2 of the max snow females, het bell blazing, and got rid of the rest. They were, you know, borderline funky jungles. I'd probably call them funky jungle line jungles. And the reason I call them funky jungle line and not just straight up funky jungles is because they're really not funky enough. And the qualifications that I came up with after looking at all the pictures of the bunch of them I hatched in 2007, and this is true for the future ones as well, is that the that saddle, the black band between the 2 rear legs that's on them, that always extends up into the body pattern, and they always have a broken neck band. Most of the time it's pretty extreme to the point where it doesn't even exist, like on that, the one that I first started calling him Funky Jungles. He has like a pink looking neck in his hatchling pic. He just looks like that, like it's all puffed up because he was hissing at me taking pictures. And anyways, you know, it turned out to be really nice and white looking on his neck. And so yeah, those are like part of the, you know, besides obviously crazy body pattern, that broken neck, extreme broken neck pattern, and that little saddle on the between the rear legs goes up into the body pattern. It extends up into the body pattern. Like if you look at the pictures, you'll see it. There was only one occasion, and that was on a 2011 Max Snow Funky Jungle Bell, where it didn't extend into the body, but it extended down into the tail, which is pretty cool. That's a picture of it in there too. So anyways, I took back to 2008, I took those 2 females, and or rather 2009, and I bred one of those Max Snow Funky Jungle line het bell blazing blizzard females to a Max Snow Bell that I had produced also from that other line. Same male, but you know, it was the other, my bell line that I used to, you know, boast about back in the day. And so we bred those, and I hatched out the first Max Snow Funky Jungle Bell in 2009. Really cool. There's a couple of them in the pictures here. And I also hatched out a Funky Jungle Bell, which was even more exciting because at that point I had never hatched a non-Max Snow Funky Jungle, and I was certain that the Funky Jungle gene was linked, or at least associated with, the Max Snow gene, and you couldn't produce a non-Max Snow Funky Jungle. But we proved that you could, so that was really cool. And then the 2010 came up. I didn't breed any Funky Jungles that year. I actually sent most of my collection to Brittany Gojan from Pack Herb, and she bred the 2 Funky Jungle line Max Snow het bell blazing blizzard females to her reverse stripe radar male, and I got a pair from them, which was a Funky Jungle line Jungle Bell het reverse stripe het eclipse, and possible het blizzard. And the female was a Max Snow Funky Jungle het eclipse, het bell, het reverse stripe, possible het blizzard. Bred them together, and the first clutch I hatched out, that's my, you know, oh my god, I can't believe it video from the 2011 first hatchlings of the season that I posted. You can find it in my videos. We hatched out the first Max Snow reverse Funky Jungle radar, and I call it a reverse Funky Jungle because it has that reverse stripe to the pattern, but it's a jungle, and I don't know why people don't call them reverse jungles and they just call them whatever, but you know, if it's a reverse stripe and it's broken like a jungle, then it's a reverse jungle. So people should really start using that more. It's kind of cool. So yeah, I hatched that first Max Snow reverse Funky Jungle radar, and you know, we also hatched the reverse Funky Jungle radar, the non-Max Snow one, and Matt Baranek from Sassobeck's World of Reptiles has him now, and he's doing some cool stuff with him. So that's basically what's about my funky jungles. And if there's any other questions, just post them in the comments or send me a message. Alright, thanks. Peace.